So now we are transported into a munition factory in Germany. This ammunition factory was one of the largest, built in 1933, and interestingly in their history they have employed political prisoners, gypsies, Jehovah's Witnesses, homosexuals, and other undesirables. Not until 1944 did they have women or Jewish women. So we were very new. As you can well imagine, we were mostly in or out of school. We have never seen a factory, or have we ever worked in a factory. But surprisingly, one learns very fast. They housed us in old army barracks, which meant that conditions got improved, because now we were in a room for 16 people, and we had a bunk bed and we had a blanket to cover with. So this was immense luxury. And washing facilities got to be a little bit better and so forth. So far from civilized, but compared to what we had, this was an improvement. We went to the factory, and it was a long march through a wooded area. And how the Germans were so fantastic in this deceiving the world. Our factory was built underground, and the building, the roof was sodded, and trees were planted on it. So when the reconnaissance were coming, they could see just a forest. But we were going into the building like this. The factory, the labor in the factory was through pipes came very hazardous, poisonous material in a liquid form. And this would come down to your station in these pipes, and then you would fit it into the bomb, and this would make it explode. And also they made rockets too, but that was a different division. Anyhow, we were working with this extremely dangerous material without any protections whatsoever. So about 3 months after our working there, our hair started growing out a little bit. We would had a crew cut size, and as such, we had noticed that our black hair was no longer black, it was orange. Our face was lemon yellow, and our lips were bright purple. Evidently, the poison started taking effect in our system. Fortunately, that the war was coming pretty soon to the end, and we were able to recover health-wise. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the pleasure of talking here. Life within the camp was bad. Every time the Allies were bombing the area, the German guards were taking it out on us and punishing us in various forms. Sometimes they would have, in the bitter cold winter, with very little clothing. We had now, by this time we had like a uniform, and we had a very thin coat, nothing else. Matter of fact, we stole the paper sacks from the poisonous material to wrap our feet to have some kind of protection. Anyhow, they would keep us in the yard standing for hours after a 12-hour day labor at the factory, and sometimes they would make us kneel down, and that's a horrendous feeling, because you kneel down on pebbles, and any length of time it hurts. So these were some of them. One time, one of my friends stole a potato. She was caught, and they locked her up in a root cellar that was infested with rats, and she literally lost her mind. And there were many other things. So this was our life. As far as the outside world, we knew very little, and the war was coming closer, because there were some other slave workers, non-Jewish, from neighboring countries. They had more freedom to walk around, and they knew more. So we were not allowed to talk to them, but somehow or another you managed to whisper. and they were keeping us abreast of what's going on, and that's how we heard that the Allies are coming soon.